Hi, I'm the Scentennial and I'm going to talk to you about Creed's Royal Oud and the best cheap alternatives to that very expensive fragrance. Are you ready? Here we go. This is the starting point. This is one of my favorite fragrances and it's called Royal Oud by Creed. It is indeed royal smelling. You really smell like a king when you spray this on. And then there's the oud part. It has a very good atomizer, also a very big atomizer. Look at this. Wow, what a mist. Yeah, but the oud part is a bit like, why? Because this is not really about the oud. There's a little tiny teeny weeny bit of oud in this, but it's mainly about the cedar. So when you first spray this on, you get the pink pepper and also some citruses, but immediately there is the cedarwood note that is truly the heart of this fragrance. It's combined with a bit of angelica. There's also some musk in here, so it gets a little bit musky, a little bit powdery even, but still it is very, very smooth, at least on my skin. And now for the bad news, this one costs 280 euros for a 100 ml bottle. That's a lot of money. So I'm going to give you cheap alternatives. Here we go. This is my first one. This is Lomani Intense Black by the House of Lomani. Now the bottle is a bit cheap looking and also the cap, it's like plastic. I don't really like this. The atomizer sometimes gets a bit stuck, but the spray is okay. And then there's the juice, of course. This costs me around 70 euros nowadays. I found it on eBay. It has been discontinued, I guess, because in Europe you cannot find it easily. But you could be lucky and find one on eBay like I did. And I was looking forward to this really because I heard a lot about it. Now, my findings here. This is a very good dupe of Royal Oud by Creed, but the performance is not that good. Now, this Lomani Intense Black is a bit weaker, and you have to spray more to have the same effect as the Royal Oud by Creed. And it's also a bit more synthetic than the original. The original is very natural smelling, very high quality ingredients. This one, you really feel like it's a bit plasticky, it's a bit candy feeling. Yeah, it is. And it is a tad sweeter, and that makes it, yeah, a little bit more synthetic to my nose. But eventually this is a good dupe and it's a real good alternative to Royal Oud by Creed. This is my first one, but it's still not my number one. We're gonna build the tension up a little bit here. This is my next one, and this is by a clone house. It's Oud Royale with an E behind the Royale, and it's by Deja Scents. Now you also have clone houses like Perfume Parlor, also very good clone house in the UK. This is also from the UK. Now the Perfume Parlor one I once had, and it was pretty nice. It was a bit drier, a bit more bitter, and not as rich as the Royal Oud by Creed, as the original. But then I found this one by Deja Scents. This one is a little bit better even. And really, if you spray this on your arm here, and then you have the original on this arm, I was like, okay, eventually I cannot smell the difference. In the beginning, you really feel that this one is a bit drier, but then it becomes more smooth while drying down. When you live in continental Europe, like I do, then you will have to pay some income taxes for this. I bought this for around 30 euros, but then I also got 30 euros of taxes. So it was around 60 euros to buy this coming out of the UK. And then we have this one. This is Zara's Black Pepper and Cedarwood. You know this one? This is a classic, I would think. Also the bottles, it's from a period that Zara had really good fragrances. And they have the, yeah, for me, frustrating habit of discontinuing their fragrances too quickly. It's really like, you know, one day it's on the shelves and the other day you cannot buy it anymore. And this I once bought for 10 euros. Really, what a bargain. And then I sold it. Why? Just don't ask. Sometimes I have these strange things. But I bought it again. I found it on Vinted of all places, and it was for around 30 euros. So I said, okay, let's go for it, because I missed it. And it's a very, very nice fragrance. But it has this similarity with Creed and Royal Oud, but it is a bit downsized. It's even purer, you could say, a bit watered down, you could also say, because this only has just black pepper and cedarwood as notes. A little hint of rose maybe, but you cannot smell that. It's all about the cedarwood and the black pepper combined. This is for people who really like their fragrances to be just as natural as possible. And then you get this, But a lot of people will also think that this is too watered down for them to replace Royal Oud by Creed. This is Zara, black pepper and cedarwood. Performance is all right with this one. This is all right. This has good longevity on me, and yeah, that's no problem with this one. There's also another one I have to talk to you about, and that is Afnan's Highness Green, or they also call it Highness 3. It's this green bottle that you're seeing right now. It's a very beautiful bottle. It also is a very nice offering in the box. It really feels like luxury when you open it for the first time. But then there's the scent. And there are a lot of reviewers that say that this is the ideal dupe and sometimes even better than the original. Do not believe that. Okay, this is not a dupe of Royal Oud because it has green notes, like moss, for example. And it has this very well detectable green layer on top. And to me, this is more similar to fragrances like Polo Green, for example, than Royal Oud by Creed. And I'm not really into green fragrances, so yeah, I sold it again. It was not my cup of tea, really. But if you like green, you like scents like Polo Green, do try this one out. But it costs in Europe around, I think nowadays, 90 euros or something. So it's not really cheap also. So if you're looking for a real good dupe for Royal Oud's Creed, this is not it. This is something you really have to discover. I showed this one to Eva in the video, in one of our previous videos, about sexy fragrances in our collection. And this one is a very beautiful example. It's Bois Mystique by Houbigant Paris. Very beautiful bottle also, you know, this engravement here and the silver plaque. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's also a very heavy bottle. And then the scent. Guys, is this a really good dupe of Royal Oud by Creed? Yeah, in a way, yes. And it is even more, because this is smoother than Royal Oud. Some people say that Royal Oud is a bit too dry for them. It's a bit too natural, too woody, too bitter sometimes even. Well, this doesn't have that. This combines the Royal Oud DNA with a smooth, almost ambery touch. It's really unbelievable. It also has some iris and some incense in its notes. So it's really warming up a little bit, you know, the Royal Oud DNA. This is the spray, also a very good spray. It also has some myrrh and some cardamom that you can really smell very well in this perfume. That are the main notes. And of course there's the cedar, the main player here. Now the price, well, it's a bit higher than the previous ones. This one is around 175 euros nowadays on the official website, but sometimes you can find a discount of like 25 euros, so you pay around 150 euros. And that's interesting for this one, because this is such a jewel. This is Ministry of Oud, and it's called Oud Royale. Very heavy bottle, nice cap, and the atomizer, also very good. And now for the scent. Well, this is beautiful, guys. When I spray this on, I immediately get the Royal Oud vibes. It captures the essence of Royal Oud, and then it stays the same. You know, it is a linear fragrance. It doesn't develop so much as the original. It's also very weak. Ooh, that's a downside of this one. It's very weak because after 1 hour or so it becomes a skin scent already. Yes, but hey, this costs 20 euros for like 100 ml. Guys, what? This is unbelievable. This is really bang for your buck. Because it's that cheap and you can always respray. Oh, I got something in my eye now. So because you can respray, this is quite all right. Just take this along with you. It's like this. I sometimes want to save a little bit of my money in that bottle of Royal Oud by Creed, and I save that one for special occasions. But when I want an everyday Royal Oud vibe, then I go with this one. So the sun is back and I'm happy. And I hope you are too with having viewed this video. If you like the content, you want to support this newborn channel, do subscribe to my channel because there's going to be a lot more videos coming on in the following weeks and months and years, hopefully. Goodbye.